Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mior Muhammad Ashraf and I'm from NBM3A. Today, I will explain one of HRM duties in a company, which is to provide training and development. As we know, HR has various tasks involving staffing, selection, and managing security or safety issues in the office. In this issue, I will focusing on one of HR duties, which is giving training to the staff. Actually, what is a training? Training casually used to describe almost any effort initiated by an organization to foster learning among its members or employees. Actually, training and development are closely related matters because it is a combination of activities used to increase knowledge and skill of employees. Actually, this task does not only rest on HR alone, but it also needs to be managed by the management level as well. This training is also an important task that can improve the quality of work and help new employees adapt to the work or task that will be given to them. Generally, there is a strategic model in implementing this training and development. There are several phases need to be done. First of all, need assessment. HR or level management needs to divide the task according to their respective expertise so that the training can be done accurately. Phase 2, design the objective of the training on how they can perform perfectly. The third phase is on how to implement the training throughout the best method used, and lastly, evaluation against on how their reaction and changes of behavior after the training. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Now I'm going to continue with the strategic model of training and development. So, in strategic model of training and development, there's a four phases that a company have to do to complete it, and I will explain the first and the second phase. The first phase is need assessment. So, need assessment is basically an assessment that a company have to do. Actually, the HR department have to do to determine what is the soft skill or the hard skill that have to be trained to the staff or to the employee. The hard skills such as how to do certain things in the company, how to fix certain things if it is necessary, how to repair a machine in the company if necessary, because hard skill is something that tangible and it's teachable, a skill that needed lah. Then the soft skill is actually the skills that humanize people. So it's such as like ethical training, communication training, time management training, leadership training, or team building, such as like that. So in phase one, in assessment, need assessment, conducting need assessment, there's a three analysis that HR department have to do to determine what kind of training to do, what kind of training needed, and how the training have need to be done. So the first analysis is an organization analysis. This analysis consists of environment, the strategies, and the resource to determine where to emphasize the training. So HR personnel have to collect information such as the quality of the firm goods or service, it abstinence, turnover, and the number of accidents. Uh, this will determine how the HR department can help the staff or the employee in the company by providing what kind of training to achieve the goal that the company needed for that year. So this is really crucial to be done at the first stage. The second stage of analysis is do the organization analysis. So do a task analysis. Task analysis is basically to determine the training program content by studying the tasks and the duties a job involve. So, such as example, if the company have a front desk staff, this front desk staff have to do what? What is his or her job scope? Um, what what kind of training they need? What kind of content that really have to be emphasized in training? So here, the company will analyze, um, as example, front desk staff need to have a communication skill, public relations skill, customer service skill, and all of the above, because they are the first and the front line of the company, the front end of the company and the front line of the company. So if they are lacking, this will affect the image of the company as well. Because when they are the front line, they are the face of the company. If they are not professional, they cannot handle their work well. This will uh, make our client portray the company as not professional and cannot provide the best service there is inside uh, what they are searching for. So next, the last analysis that the HR department have to do is a person analysis. So person analysis is to determine what is the specific training to be done for the specific individual. Here we don't want to give the wrong training to the wrong people because that's going to waste the time and resource of the company. So personal analysis can be done by doing the performance appraisal by the end of the year. So we can determine what is this employee lacking and what can we help them to make them move forward and be a better employee for the company. So this is really, really crucial. So we won't waste our company time and resource. So next, I'm going to explain about the design, how to design the training program. Okay, next, to design a training program, there's a four points that they have to really focus on to determine how the training have to be done and how the content is and how it's processed. So the first is the training's instructional objective. Every training that we do, we have to provide an instructional objective. Objektif yang tersusun. This is because we cannot compile lots of objective in one training. If we compile lots of training in one training, the effectiveness of the program will be ruined. As example, our staff are lacking in how to use Microsoft, don't know how to treat people well, um, have a problem with their team. So if we compile all of this in one training, the objective itself may not be achieved because there's a lot of things to focus on. Um, the training is supposed to be focused and direct. If it is about Microsoft, then the company have to do technical training, how to use Microsoft Excel. If so, focus training is more effective and uh, the resource of the company can be used wisely, and we can manage the time of the training well. Next, sec- the second thing that the HR have to focus on is the readiness of the trainees and their motivation. Some company actually is really busy. I mean, it's really busy. Their staff is really busy, but they still have to do the training. So if HR didn't know what is happening in the company, how the staff is ready to be trained, sometimes they will accidentally choose the time where it is really crucial for the company to focus on delivery. So when the HR do the program at this certain of time, our trainee will not be ready to focus 100% to this training and will not be motivated to learn with this training. At the end, it will be major waste of time. Thirdly, the principle of learning. In principle of learning, actually, we have to really refine our content in the training. Sometimes we really put lots of activities to make it fun, but we forgot, or maybe we put aside the real learning mechanism inside it. The fact is, sometimes our employee go to the training, but not really learning anything, just having fun. At the end, they are just having uh, vacation within the company. They're not learning anything, just having fun with their friends. But last but not least, HR department always have to focus on the characteristic of the instructor. We have to really, really know who is the instructor that we are bringing to the training. Sometimes, as example, training about communication, but the company call people that do sales. Sales and communication is actually work together closely. But the problem is when we find someone that do sales, but give a talk about communication, their focus on communication is to do sales, not to resolve and not how to construct the communications. This will be a problem to the company, and the objective of the program is not going to be achieved. So, the instructor characteristic is really important for us to do the training so we can have the maximum impact of the learning curve of our employee. Next, I'm going to give my friend for the phase 4, 3 and 4. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name Muhammad Syafiq bin Syamsul Amri. My matrix number 2021-603-546. Today I want to explain about implementation and evaluations. So in the implementation, we have the proper way to do on the job training, which is in proper. The means is P for prepare, R for reassure, O for orients, P for performs, E for evaluate, and R for reinforce and review. Okay, implementation, the training program, training delivery methods. In delivery methods, we have a corporation training, internships, and government training, which is we have a cooperative training combines on the job experience with formal educational class. And then internship offer real world experience while showing how students perform. And the last one, the federal and state government and private employers sponsor training programs at American Job Center. Okay. After that, implementation the training program, we have a games, e-learning, and MOOC. Okay, games. We have a training find that people want to engage in game and remember what they learn. E-learning, we have a learning that takes place via electronic media, which is we have a learning management system, and then just in time training and micro learning. In learning management system, the short form for LMS, which is we have a online system for assessment, communication, teaching and learning. Advantage of learning of e-learning, more efficient and cost effective. Just in one time training, we have a electronic training deliver when and where they need it. Micro learning, we have a training session that take place usually 5 minutes or less. And then we go to behavior modeling. Behavior modeling is a work behaviors demonstrate and trains mimic them. Role play, we have a role play and coaching, which is role play is a playing the role of others, often a supervisor and subordinate who have a problem, such as a disagreement or a performance problem. Coaching is a continuing flow of instructions, comments, and suggestions from the manager to a subordinate. We have a case study. Case study used in classroom learning situation, seminar and conference. Seminar and conference raise point of a debate and discuss issue with no set answers or resolutions. Used when change is organization goals. And the last one is a blended learning. Blended learning is the use of both in-person classroom learning and online learning. Okay, now we go to evaluation. Evaluation the training program. So evaluation is we have a training effectiveness can be evaluated on. We have a participants' reactions, the amount of learning acquired, their behavioral change, the program's return on investment. So we have a criteria for evaluating training, which is we start from reactions and then learning, result, behavior. So we can turn behavior, result, and then learning and reaction. So this is the circle of criteria for evaluating training. So this is about the implementation and evaluation. So thank you and goodbye.